Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Broonzy, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Shoo bob shooby doo doo booby doo dow.
Bang! Hot dog!
Don't hesitate! It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow!
Wake up, Fox Stacy, you don't like what I've done. I didn't mean to break the law, I was only having fun. But that big bad sheriff's bound to be here before the rising sun. I only need my guitar, an extra pair of jeans. And I'll be on the next train to New Orleans. I'll earn my dinners with the blues harp in my hand. Meet the finest living jazzmen in the land. And I've heard it said by that rock and rolling San Francisco band. You'll never meet a woman like a Cajun queen. And I'll be on the next train to New Orleans. Fish in the bayou, gators at your feet. Mississippi riverboat engines laying down the beat. Tie-dye t-shirt, barefoot children dancing in the streets. Old men on the corner eating rice and beans. Sitting outside the train yards of New Orleans. Here comes that train. There ain't no use in crying, babe. It ain't bad as it seems. 'Cause I just bought 2 tickets to New Orleans. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The show is Horses Sing None of It, once more.
All right.
And my name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest today is Spook Candy
Hey, Ralph.
on his triumphant return to Horses Sing None of It.
Yeah, it's very triumphant. It's been it's been quite a time since I've been here, and you and I've been through a lot since then, and I'm glad that we both made it back here to Horses Sing None of It.
Talking about the travails of the folk music life.
Oh yeah, you know, the trench digging. Ralph and I, we try to get into the folk festivals, and they say, you know, well, we need some guys to dig some trenches for us in case it rains, keep all the rainwater off the stage, you know, and that's our contribution to folk music.
So, Spook, you've been the MC and organizer of a open mic in New Brunswick for I don't know how many years.
We, for a long time, since 1985, we've been running that show, yeah. And we claim to be, without precise documentation, but we claim, and have not been proven otherwise, to be the longest running open mic in New Jersey.
All right.
Yeah. Then I ran into Paul Bayshore, who runs the open mic down at John and Peters in New Hope, Pennsylvania. He said they've been going on since 1975.
But they're in Pennsylvania.
But they're in Pennsylvania, so yeah.
Right across the river, though. It's
Right,
close.
right
a close
across.
call.
It's a close call, you know. Yeah, but it's fun. I meet all kinds of fun people. I know half the people in your montage here through the Spook Candy show.
And where does that take place?
That takes place in the basement of the Corner Tavern on the corner of Easton Avenue and Somerset Street in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Just 1 block away from the New Brunswick train station.
And it's the same night?
It's every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock.
Every Tuesday night, every week?
Every week.
Man, that's a long time to be going to the same place every Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, I'm not there tonight.
But you'll be there later.
Well, I'll be there later on tonight, yeah, after the show. Actually, one of the neat things we're doing at the show is now we're bringing in special guests from all over the country who are giving workshops on songwriting and the business of music. We have #1 songwriter has come to our show.
Nice.
Yeah.
That happens on Tuesday nights, too?
That happens every 3rd Tuesday of the month.
Every 3rd Tuesday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us another song?
Let's do another
Show
song.
us how good that songwriting information is rubbed off on you.
Oh no, they tear my stuff apart. I don't follow the rules. Well, this song is about a nice little town called Missoula. You know where that is?
Missoula, Montana?
Missoula, Montana. Have you been there?
No, I don't even know why I know. Is it the capital?
No, the capital is Helena. Now, I know this is a family show, and I'm not supposed to be saying bad words, but that's the name of the capital of Montana.
Missoula, Montana. I don't know. I guess it's famous for some reason or another.
Well, actually, I made it famous.
You did?
Yeah, Missoula is a small little town tucked away in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains in the Bitterroot Range, and it's about geographically it's about half the size of Morris County, and population-wise, it's about half the population of Dover, New Jersey, and it's the 4th largest town in Montana, which is yeah. And it's interesting because there's so much free space around there, and yet they've got everything you could want. There's a college there. There's culture and intellect, and yet you can go right behind the college and climb up Mount Sentinel, which is 7,000 feet high, and overlook the valleys, and you understand why they sing that verse about amber waves of grain when you look down in those valleys. And they have the Clark Fork River runs through there, and the water's so clean you can swim in it. And I just fell in love with it when I was there. And I was asked to write a song about Missoula.
You just traveled through, or you went to school there, or what?
No, I was traveling through. I was on tour, actually, and I stopped in Missoula and played a few gigs there. And it turned out that they had their annual Huckleberry Pie Festival when I was there. And the council asked me if I could, someone from the council asked me if I could write a song about Missoula or about Huckleberry Pie. And I thought about it, and I said, you know, there must be some deeper meaning to Huckleberry Pie than just this dessert item that you eat at a festival. And so I did some introspection and looked into myself and found out that there was a hunger inside of myself, but it wasn't really for the huckleberries. It came from all the months of traveling by myself and being lonely and missing my sweetheart back at home. And so I wrote this song. And ironically, I mean, it's a coincidence, but it's named Missoula. I'm going back to Missoula to find my huckleberry pie, to cleanse myself in the clear, clean river and watch the college girls strolling by. I'm going back to the Rockies, where I think I'll stay until the day that I die. I'm gonna leave this fast-paced city life behind. I'd like to build a shack in the mountains where natives once called home, overlooking golden valleys where buffalo once roamed. I'd like to bring them back to the Rockies, where we all can stay until the day that we die. I'd like to help them leave their reservations behind. I'm gonna break my plastic piggy and buy a piece of big sky. I'd rather roam with cattle and reptiles that rattle than pretend that this place ain't a sty. I'm gonna stake my claim in the Rockies and eat my food fresh from the vine. I'm gonna leave this stinking city life behind. Whoa, ho, ho, Jennifer, I'm so afraid that you won't understand. You say that we don't have enough money, but listen to my plan. And you know I can make it alone, but honey, if you come along with me, we can weave our dreams together, wear our love like it's a sweater, and chew on our sleeves when we're hungry. So hop the next freight to Missoula. I'm camped outside the shipping yard. We can cleanse ourselves in the clear, clean river and watch the college kids skating board. Won't you come with me to the Rockies and be my huckleberry pie? And I will treat you sweet in every way until the day that we die. And we can kiss this fast-paced city life goodbye.
All right. Nice song.
Thanks,
like
Bob.
it.
Thank you.
That's a long commute from Missoula to New Brunswick for Tuesday night, though.
Oh, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You know, it's my getaway home, you know. So, beautiful town.
Any of these songs on this new album of yours?
Well, actually, the two songs I've played so far are on the new album.
What planning and foresight?
It's a coincidence. It's just a coincidence, yeah. Actually, if you can look at the picture on the album, you'll see.
There we go.
Yeah, you can tell I'm a very thoughtful person.
Breakfast at Bill's.
You can tell I'm a thoughtful person because because I'm the way that my chin is leaning
Like
on
the
on my-
thinker.
yeah, I'm thinking. But if you go back to that picture, you'll also notice.
I don't know if they. Oh, they are.
Yeah,
gonna
there's
go
also,
back.
but that's balanced out with some sensitivity because there's a flower in the picture. See.
I see.
So not only am I like a mentally oriented person, but I also consider the emotional and aesthetic value of things too.
I see.
It's balance.
And you're not one to toot your own horn.
No. But I'll tell you what. If anybody had a good reason to do so, I'd be the guy. I mean, I am not in any way, shape, or form egotistical. But if I were, I'd have a daggone good reason to be.
And folks can find out about not only that album, but you put out 2 albums.
Yeah, 2 brand new albums. Yeah, there's a total of 3 out now.
Well, first, let's tell people how to find your website
Okay.
at www.spookhandy.com, and they can email you at spook@spookhandy.com.
That's right.
And if they go to that website, they'll find out information about not only 1 or 2, but 3 albums.
Yeah.
And they'll probably find out information about where you're going to be performing in the upcoming days.
That's right, and how to get on the email list. Yeah.
So tell me, you had a huge burst of creativity, or you came into a small fortune? Why release 2 albums at the same time?
Well, actually what happened was I was talking with my producer, and we had just finished mixing the whole album, and then I got a letter from one of the festivals that said, hey, we're putting on a songwriters contest, and we want to hear how you sound solo. And I was like, oh, man. I did that thing again. There's another picture of me, too, where I'm going, oh, man, because I'm thinking on this one. And I said, I produced this album, and I didn't overproduce it, but it's all produced with violin and mandolin and piano and acoustic
Radio
bass.
friendly.
It's radio friendly, but it might not be solo songwriter friendly. So we said, let's do it again. Let's go back in the booth, do those same 12 songs with just solo. So the album that you just showed is called Breakfast at Bill's, and the companion album is called Breakfast by Myself.
Oh.
And that's just me and my guitar and my harmonica.
So 2 different versions of the same set of songs.
Yeah, same
Interesting.
songs, yeah.
Well, that is a burst of creativity.
Yeah, I owe that all to my producer, Bob Harris. He's the one who came up with that idea. So kudos to him.
Bob Harris, all right.
Yeah.
Has a little studio. Where is it located?
Bob Harris is located in Bridgewater.
In Bridgewater.
Yeah.
He's a great guitar picker. Hot picker.
Unbelievable. the guy's amazing. It's scary.
Toured with Vassar Clements.
Tours with Vassar. Now I'm friends with Vassar just because I know Bob.
Is he's still touring with Vassar occasionally?
Yeah, within the last year or so, he's done
no
some
kidding.
shows with Vassar. Yep. And Travis Wetzel has been on your show. I met Travis.
He's
through
a really
Bob.
hot fiddle player.
He's hot.
Yeah.
He's good.
Well, let's hear some more of your music.
Okay. Well, one of the songs that I did on the album was someone gave me a challenge to write the corniest song that you can come up with. And it was election. It happened to be election night in 1992. This is a long time ago. And I actually wrote 3 songs that night, which I'd never done before. And but because it was election night, I thought, well, this can be corny, but it can also have a message to it. So this song is called Vote. And it does have a message, though. As corny as it is, the message is that there are all kinds of people in this great country of ours, and we all need to exercise our democratic responsibility and right to go out and vote. And if we don't let our voices be heard, then we have no right to complain about what's going on.
I'm going to complain about what's going on anyway.
Well, if you voted, then you have the right to do that.
I did vote.
Good man. Good man. Then this is for you. My voice is hoarse from all the politicking. When politicians come to town and kiss babies till their noses turn brown, you can bet your bottom dollar they want your vote. So speak your mind, cause believe it or not, this world has become a big melting pot. It's easy to get yourself lost in the lot, cause the world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. Vote. worse or for better, let your voice be heard. I bet you could follow along with this on the banjo if you wanted to.
Yeah, probably could.
We've got fuzzy-headed, peace-loving, carrot-chomping farmer boys, skin-headed, neo-Nazi, face-bashing paranoids, fat cats sitting back scoffing at the tabloids, yep. And there's cross-burning, homophobic, church-going family types, flag-burning, anti-war, give the poor more types, out-of-school, know-it-all, cliff-claving prototypes. The world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard. And there's men-hating, aggravating, right-wing feminists, pro-life cleaning, burning, gospel-preaching terrorists, city-dwelling, unemployed folks who can't stand it no more. Sky-choking, river-killing, free-market advocates, tree-loving, owl-hugging, pro-environmentalists, urban folk high on dope, raising up their clenched fists. The world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard. Why don't you pull that lever down, Ralph? Now Farmer Josh lives up on the mountain. He grows his own food, drinks from Mother Nature's fountain, and only gets down into town around once a week. And all the pretty young girls from the nearby high school stop by his farm 'cause they think he's so cool, chewing on wheatgrass, spitting out philosophy. And he says, looking at life cosmologically, we're all cells in the body of the Almighty. And with God-like nature, we create our own reality. But down here on Earth, that's a different ball of wax. We gotta eat and pay all kinds of taxes and form governments that have laws to pass. 'Cause the world's made up of all kinds of people, so vote. You can sing along. Don't never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, vote. Come on, everybody, sing along. Vote. Don't you never mind the weather, get your butt in the booth and pull down the lever, vote. For worse or for better, let your voice be heard.
All right.
You have a very, very polite audience.
They're concentrating on holding their camera at the right angle and doing the thing.
I was talking about the studio audience. Of,
Oh, the studio audience is composed of your girlfriend, Jennifer. Here.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hoot and holler, Jennifer. Well,
Ralph, are you going to do one?
No, I'm not going to do one. We're going
Okay.
to do one together.
You want to do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got about 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
A little bit less than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do a, let's see. You know, one of the great things about your show is how much you showcase all the great talent that we have in this area.
Well, thank you, Spook.
Yeah, it's a really good thing.
That's what it's about.
Yeah, and I'll let you know, one of the other great things is the last time I was here was about 5 years ago. And I still get phone calls and emails from people who say, you know, Spook, I was flipping through the stations. And it always makes me wonder why they have to be flipping through. How come they're not, you know, they didn't set their watches and plan to watch this show. But they're flipping through the stations and they see some guy with a banjo and they see someone else they know, either me or they see some other great musician from New Jersey, and they stop and they say, I know these people. And they sit and they watch the show and they wonder why there's not more programming like this. You know, this is a great service to the music community in the state.
Well, thanks for the plug, Spook.
Well,
Nice to hear.
Thanks to you, man. Thanks to you.
Thanks for joining us on Horses Sing None of It. Pleasure to hear your music.
Thanks, Ralph. This song was written by, well, when I was a little kid, my great-great-grandpappy told me that he wrote this song. I don't know if it's true, but he said that they used to sit around the campfires down south in the Delta, Mississippi Delta country down by New Orleans and Louisiana and places like that. And he actually didn't write the words to the song. Stephen Foster wrote it, but it's a public domain song now. And but my great-great-grandpappy was a harmonica player.
Is that right?
Yeah, and he was sitting back one night. They had a campfire going. His shoes had been wet from hiking all day. He's sweating. Took his shoes and his socks off, and he had the socks laid on one of the hot rocks over there by the fire to dry out. And he was just kicking back in his bare feet and playing his harmonica. And he was thinking about, Stephen Foster said to my great-great-grandpappy, he said, Handy, he said, what do you think about when you play that tune on the harmonica? And my great-great-grandpappy said, well, I'm pining, I'm missing my sweetheart back at home. And, but I want to let her know that I'm on my way to meet her. And so he wrote, Stephen Foster put the words to this. I think everybody knows this, but this is how it started. This is the part that my great-great-grandpappy wrote. I don't know if any of that's true, but this is what he told me. But my great-grandpappy played this part on his harmonica. And you could just hear the sadness in it while he was playing it. And then Steve Foster just came in and said, well, I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee, and I'm going to Louisiana, my true love for to see. It rained so hard the night I left, the ground it was so dry. The sun so hot I froze to death. Susanna, don't you cry, sing along. Oh, Susanna, why don't you cry for me? 'Cause I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. You take this one.